I've had malaria about 1,000 times. It's interesting. Like when we were growing up, there was not all of this. This policies taken by the state now to stop young people from having malaria. Like I remember there was a time when I used to have malaria like 5 times in 1 year. And there was a time when I and my 2 younger brothers were all sleeping on hospital beds next to each other, all suffering from malaria. Ill-looking children, it's headache, it's sadness, and it's death. Because I've seen a lot of young people dying of malaria from the time I was growing till now. I lost quite a good number of friends to malaria, and it's always really saddening to talk about malaria. Some years ago, not so long ago, it was still always said that malaria is the highest killer in Cameroon. I don't know how valid that statement is now, because I think that a lot have also improved. But I think that malaria is still so much part of the Cameroon society because the mosquitoes still exist. We still have poor waste disposal, which causes mosquitoes to stand around waters and bite at night and infect the children with malaria. My daily life, very much, because just hearing the news of a sick child or a sick cousin or a sick brother or a sick sister is already depressing enough to cause my day to be sad. And when you have malaria, when a child has malaria, a child cannot go to school. When a child has malaria, a child cannot play football. When a child has malaria, the child cannot live a normal life, just like the adults. The parents are worried, it consumes finances and everything. And I get affected too because maybe I'm called to help in the treatment of this child, or in one way or the other to comfort a family that is suffering from the loss of a child who died due to malaria. The first and famous is that we avoid standing waters around our houses. This is something that we've been taught since we're very young, and I think it works so that we don't have dirty pools of water around our houses, because dirty pools of water are breeding grounds for mosquitoes, which in turn will bite us at night. The next thing is to shut our doors in the evenings so that the mosquitoes don't go into the houses. The third thing is to sleep under mosquito nets. I think this one has really been yielding results, because when you get up in the morning and you discover that you have not been bitten by an ant, by a mosquito because you slept under a net, then the mosquito nets really work in preventing malaria. And the final one is to take your complete dosage. When you have malaria already, take your medicines to the end. Most often in the Cameroon society, we forget to consume to the very last tablet of our dosage. Mosquito nets are a wonderful idea. In fact, they help you to survive the mosquitoes. Why? Because once they are disinfected and they are sprayed over your bed, the mosquito cannot go in. And even if the holes in the net are big that the mosquito can go in, the chemical which disinfects the net is so strong that the mosquito cannot even go through. So honestly, the mosquito net is the safest way to avoid malaria for children, for pregnant women, and for adults as well. Why people may not use the mosquito nets? Because there are a lot of conspiracy theories that come out about mosquito nets. I remember at one moment, people said that the chemical that was being used to disinfect mosquito nets was also very harmful to the health of those who sleep under. And some people were testifying that when they sleep under such nets, they suffocate. Or they cannot just have sleep, or they feel that they're trapped in something that looks like a prison. These are just conspiracy theories that came up to discredit mosquito nets. But I think that mosquito nets still remain the best way to prevent malaria, no matter how much that such detractions may come up. Literacy. People should get more educated about their environment. People should get more educated on how to take care of their environment, to take care of their water they drink, to take care of, to use their mosquito sprays, to buy their mosquito nets or to have it for free, to clean the bushes around them so that there are no grounds for mosquitoes. It's all about education. It's all about anti-poverty moves. I believe that if you can cure the problem of education, you can cure the problem of poverty, then you indirectly cure the problem of malaria in Cameroon. Everyone. Everyone is an actor to public health. It's not just the government, it's not just the international organization, but every individual. If I am getting up in the morning and I'm clearing the dirt around my house, my neighbor sees this and copies this. If I'm using my mosquito net and I encourage another boy to use it, everyone has to rise up and take action against malaria. From every single citizen to every single citizen, from door to door, everyone has to rise up against malaria. It's a duty of everyone.